All
Cunt
right.
sucker. Okay, I am recording.
How about them Knicks?
What did they do? Did they win? I don't have
Sometimes
TV, man.
I thought I lived under a rock,
I don't
man,
have
and you got me
TV.
beat.
I don't have television. I drank my cup
Yep.
too.
First championship in 53 years.
No way. It's good,
Yeah.
man. I thought you said they won last year.
No.
No.
OKC won last year and the year before.
Who's OKC? Oklahoma State? No.
City.
City. What the hell's their mascot? A
I don't
bridge?
know what their mascot is.
Okay. Well, what's on their jersey?
It's a Muppet version of Timothy McVeigh.
And I don't know who that is.
Oh, man.
That's some sort of guy.
Oklahoma City bomber.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah. He bombed
Oh, that
one of the
sounds
government buildings
familiar.
there and
Was that in
killed
the
a lot of people.
90s or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. 95, I think.
Hmm. I was a child. I wouldn't have known. Anyway, my name's George today, so I'd like to be addressed as such. And don't ask me, so let's continue. And you can clip that too.
Okay. I'm sure I'll use it at the end
Dude, I
to
swear
make
to
it look like
God. I said, what was the last of the ass? That, I don't know how to say, like, whoa, and this, like, whoa.
notice that ass. I'm like, look at that
Like,
ass.
like that, whoa. Meat bags.
It reminded me of I don't know if you ever, if you watch The Simpsons. Homer gets accused of sexual harassment,
Yeah.
and they show him like it was like an interview. Those like Dateline shows, and they show the clock in the background too, and the clock keeps changing, so you could tell they cut it up,
Yeah.
and he's like talking about like her sweet can. I just want her sweet can, and he had been saying something about like sweet candy that she, there's
Yeah.
a piece of candy that was stuck to her butt. Yeah, but that's what it reminded me of.
Somehow you were
Um,
able to channel that's exactly how I feel on the inside. So that was
mhm.
perfect. Whoa, look at that. Like, whoa. I mean, I don't think in that way, but yeah, I get the sentiment. Whoa.
That's the thing. Is like I never go into those like with any sort of idea of like what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I'm gonna go with this angle or
oh
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna make them talk about you
Whoa.
know dicks or something. But I'll just kind of watch whatever I have left on the cutting room floor that we
Uh-huh.
didn't need, and then something will come to me, and let me roll with that. That'd be hilarious. If it makes me laugh, just
Yeah,
thinking
I
about
know.
it, then
Every time I watch it, I'm like, Jesus, I seem so fucking unhinged when it comes to that stuff. Good lord. It's like creating a character. It's like literally making me feel like okay, like I'll
yeah.
kind of be that character, it looks like.
If you ever watch YouTube poops,
My brother did when he was young. He showed me him.
the best ones are always the ones that they make somebody look like a different like kind of person, like the
Yeah.
ones that make Dr. Phil look like a real like creep, or make like Paula Dean look like a complete psycho. And
Oh wow.
that always made me laugh about them.
Good lord.
But yeah, so Knicks won the championship. That was cool. It was kind of subdued for me. We went out with some friends, and a friend of mine, he was rooting for the Spurs. So it was kind of nice to
Fucking Spurs.
have somebody to go back and forth with.
Yeah.
He's one of he roots for players, not teams,
Oh, I see. Okay.
which I thought was kind of a Gen Z thing, but whatever. So he liked this guy Wembayana on the Spurs, and
Ah, the fuck is that?
but he was still rooting for the Spurs. So whatever. But it was nice to have somebody basically to watch the games with, go back and forth with, talk a little smack.
Mm.
And yeah, they just kind of, I didn't cry or anything. It was just chill. I kind of saw it coming
Yeah.
just with how they were playing, and it seemed like they were more motivated.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know what that's like. Oh. All my teams didn't do it.
Well, it's like momentum. It did remind like the Giants when they won in '07. Well, technically '08, but it's the '07 season. Just
Yeah.
they just wouldn't like lay down. Like the team had just all so much fight in it.
Yeah.
And even though they didn't have the best record, they ended up beating the Patriots, who were undefeated all season.
Hmm.
And I had a feeling that time too. I had a feeling that they would pull it out, or at least get damn close, because they just kept going.
Hmm.
It's kind of it's a cool feeling. I mean, I realized a long time ago that sports don't have anything to do like with me. I remember being
Huh.
in high school and the Yankees won all the freaking World Series.
Yeah, I remember those days.
It was they won three of them in the '90s, and then in 2000, my Mets finally made it. And who do we lose to but the fucking Yankees again?
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously. So it might have just been sour grapes, but I ended up hating the Yankees,
Well,
but it
yeah.
kind of made me realize that all these kids that I went to school with, they'd always talk shit and everything. I'm like, you didn't even do anything. Like you that
They're like attached to it. Yeah, you're
it
attached to
doesn't
your
involve
team.
you.
All right. I know that's why when people say, "Well, we," when they talk about their favorite team, like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna probably trade this guy. We're gonna do that." I'm like, "We mean we? You have nothing to do with that."
yeah. It is a good source of staying connected with some people,
Yeah.
especially for guys, because it's tough to be like, hey, just checking in. What you doing?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like guys, you need like something to talk about. Like,
What's that team doing?
yeah, you need to be like talking shop about something
Right.
for it not to be weird.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to stay in touch with people. If you good way to go visit people too. Oh, Giants playing. Let's go catch a game. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I remember realizing it back then, how people will just get caught up in that distraction. But I also saw some post last week about how horrible New York City is, and it was on Substack.
Hmm.
How horrible New York City was, and how the fans are so annoying, and like fuck New York and all this.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, the city's got a ton of issues, but I feel like if you come out on the other side of all that, like once you get
Yeah.
disillusioned about these things,
I see.
it's like, okay, you get over that in the end, and you're like, well, both things are true. Like, yeah, New York's a messed up place now, um, but like people can be happy about sports, and it's not that big of a deal,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, New York's always gone like it's a giant metropolis. It's a fucking but it's just this giant place where it's almost like its own city state in a sense. It's its own culture. It's so massive that it encompasses so many different people, all these immigrants and all that have moved in that it's its own little world. And of course it's going to have bad times and good times. Like in the 70s, as I look back in history, it was really bad. That Fear City, they call that, and the mafia and all this
Mhm.
crazy shit going on. And then they kind of got out of it. And then just ebbs and flows. Detroit has weird, like, that's pretty far from me. It's a couple-hour drive, but it's got that stigma. Like
Mhm.
athletes are always like, I'm not gonna go to fucking Detroit. You're gonna live in Detroit because there's this stigma. They're like, oh, colored people, colored people. It's probably this crime-ridden place and blah blah blah. And it's not as bad as people think, but it's a stigma that's created because Detroit always has
Yeah.
had that. Even when our teams are good, they don't want to talk about us or they talk shit or whatever. It's kind of been our that's what it always has been for Detroit. It's just one of those
Mhm.
cities that has a different kind of culture and a vibe. So there's that us against everyone mentality. Detroit against everybody because it's always kind of been that way. To be a Michigan person, you have to work harder than everyone else just to get even a little bit noticed. And so it's just ingrained in the
I think every
DNA.
every city's got that bad. Like in New York, you have the anti-New York bias.
Hmm.
So the second cities like Detroit and Chicago had this like second city kind of feel to them, where it's like we're the underdogs. And now it's kind of come back around where it's like, Oh, they're the underdogs, so everybody's rooting for them.
Finally, yeah. But not really,
But
because there's still this like idea that we're never going to get over any kind of hump. It's because of, and it's outside of sports too. It's like
mhm.
with everything that happened in Michigan when it comes to industry leaving and all the fucking greedy people taking jobs away, and it happens everywhere. I totally get it, but it's kind of defined our city. Every time people talk about Detroit, they love showing the places that are abandoned, all these old buildings, and saying that's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
that's more recent, probably the past 20 years or so.
Yeah, in my lifetime, right? I don't know about before,
Yeah.
but it's just always kind of in my life been this like you're almost ashamed to be from Michigan thing. It's really interesting, and I don't
Mhm.
know. I'm not really sure why it has to be that way. I don't really care. Oh, that's a siren. Okay, I was like, what is
Yeah.
that? A teapot? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. And then again, every city, every state has their own weird little thing about it, right? That it defines them negatively and positively. And like as an outsider, when I hear about New York, like if you say what's New York, I just say an expensive place with a lot of different people and cultures, and they have everything you could want. I imagine anything you could want if you walk around. You could find bookstores, you could find any kind of goddamn thing. Like as an outsider, that's what I think. Bustle, busy, a lot of people moving about, industry, money, business. I think of all this busyness. You know, where you're kind of like almost invisible because I'll always see like celebrities. They just walk around and people just kind of like, well, fuck him. And again, that's just the bias that I have as an outsider. I'm like, oh wow, you're just kind of everyone's in their own little world.
I always thought, that there were so many people moving around that that's kind of where even like the New York rudeness stigma comes from.
Yeah,
'Cause
I've
it's
heard
like
of
you don't
that.
have time to deal with so many people. And then on top of that, there's definitely like the entire Boston, New York, Philly,
Metropolitan.
Baltimore, DC. There's this like rat race thing, like keeping
Yeah.
up with the Joneses kind of feel to things.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic. And we have traffic, of course, here too, but
Yeah.
it's so much worse. And
Right.
you even see it in LA as well.
I know there's the East Coast West Coast thing too, culturally. This which side is the dominating side of the American culture, but they're all both different. Like colder New York and harder business, but then free kind of douchey people in LA kind of stuff being airy fairy. And that's all just these weird little I don't want to say stereotype, but I can't think of the right word right now, but something similar to a stereotype. Like what is New York? When you think of New York rap, back in the 90s and the late 80s, compared to LA rap, right?
Yeah.
And you think of sports teams, you think of the Lakers when we were younger, and you think of New York teams. It's like it builds its own culture of what that is, what that
Yeah.
city, and it's just kind of it's a strange way to define something
Every
based on a few things like that, though.
yeah, and it's like if you go to the city, then you have another layer of what you think of that place, and
Based on your little interaction, the roads yeah, I know
everything's relative, everything's subjective.
it is. But it is interesting because I've never been to the biggest city I've ever been to in my entire life was I once in when we were going to shows, I drove through Nashville. That's the biggest place I've ever been in my life, but I never
Hmm.
left the car. I just looked at the buildings and was like, wow, I've never seen buildings so tall in my life. So, because I've always been in the country, I've always lived out with cornfields and trees everywhere. So, big cities to me and that bustle, like have you ever heard of Ann Arbor, Michigan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's the biggest city that I've ever really known, like I've ever
Mhm.
really been in. So like, and arguably to someone else, it's like, oh, that's cute, right? But it's like it's defined the way I see a city. I look at that, I'm like, this is a giant fucking nightmare here. But it has everything if you want it. You could find any kind of shop if you're looking for it. But I can't imagine what it's like to be in a New York. Holy fuck! I would probably just be like, this is so loud, because where I come, I mean, around me right now, it's complete silence. And it's
Yeah.
always like that. I don't even hear sirens go by. I'm not even near the road. So it's kind of it's a jarring thing to like a country person, a city to a city boy, like it's a totally different world.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
I actually enjoy it, man. I'm I love it. I love it.
I always want to move out of the country. Like the country's always fascinated me, even as a kid.
Yeah, that idea.
And we've been looking at like buying land and stuff for a while, but I'm like, what am I gonna do out there? Actually, like,
Everything you
I
wanna?
don't. But what am I gonna do? Like,
Has to
I'll
be what I
plant
do.
plants because I do that already.
Uh-huh.
And then what? Like,
Well, depends on what you're into. Like I
I'm
do
still gonna
everything.
like the bills are still gonna come. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. But there's not this sense of identity and I don't know. See, I've never lived in the city, but there's not this like what do I do out here? Sit around and wait for you to talk to me? Like no, there's a lot of things going on. There's a life to live. It's just I find that going out to big cities when we do, it's all about it becomes spending money. And that's like I'm so sick of fucking spending money. $5 here, $100 there, 300, like
Ugh.
whatever it is. Like I'm done spending fucking money to go out. That's such a weird idea to me. Like to leave my home is like, okay, shell out cash. Like
Yeah.
and that's what I can't fathom. Like when I leave my house, I don't spend money. I don't as much as I try to, but it becomes that. And that's what our world's become. It's just like how much money are you spending on this? And it all adds
Yeah.
up and so like I think that's one thing I like about the country because when I leave, it's like, what am I gonna go give money to a tree? I guess I could if I really wanted to,
Yeah.
but go for walks and I like to go to the cemetery and walk around. It's nice and quiet there, and then go in the woods. Maybe not this time of year because I don't like to mess with ticks, but it's just I don't know, man. Like, but I can't really see. I don't like country music, and I can't relate to that shit. The whiskey, get the cars in a circle, turn the headlights on, and we dance. Like weird country shit. I don't like that either, though. I've always been like the in between. I'm not country, but I'm not city. I'm just like I'm a dude that lives in a village, and I've kind of I don't know, because when you say a country person, you think, oh, and you have this idea in your head of what we do. Like we're all wearing plaid shirts, tight blue jeans, and cowboy hats, and drinking whiskey. And I fucking hate alcohol. I don't like country shit. I don't like those kind of people. But if you said and you told me nothing else, you said, "Hey, my name's Mike, and I lived," and you just said New York. I'm gonna create a whole image of what you are. You probably talk like this. Yeah, I can't do the accent, but you do the accent. He's probably got an attitude problem. He's probably what the fuck. Like I would create all this stuff in my head because I think, oh, New York, that's what he is. But in reality, that's not how you are. I mean, maybe you do some things that are from, like that culturally that you saw around you, but and that's how I think with the country thing. Someone could think, oh, he's from the country. I bet he blah blah blah. And it's interesting how we do that to ourselves. We create the stereotypes.
You need to get out more, Andre. But it's good that you realize that even without getting much out of your geographical area. I was a kid. We were visiting, forget what school in North Carolina, maybe Duke. I don't know. But for one of my older siblings for visiting colleges, or it might have been Virginia. Anyway, I was talking to this kid. It was a hotel pool, and this, when you were a kid, you just whatever other kids are around, you end up playing with them and talking to them. And I had a cross around my neck. I had a little gold cross that I got for my communion. And he asked me, what was that? I said, it's a cross. And I said, are you a Christian? He said, no. I said, are you Jewish? He said, no. He said, I'm an American.
Hmm.
And I thought this was rather humorous as a kid. And I still think it's kind of funny now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I told the story over breakfast the next day to my family. And we kind of chuckled. And then I went and said, that's the typical Southerner.
Hmm.
And my dad scolded me. Shouldn't be disparaging like all Southerners based on this one kid. So many people do that.
Yeah.
I've gotten recently to the point where I'm like, is this judgment that I'm making in my head about anything or anyone, is it like constructed? Like, is it this I'm supposed to think like this?
Hmm.
or is it something that I'm basing on something real, like a real intuition?
Well, there's also the idea of what are stereotypes, and it's small things. Like I had a small one that happened yesterday. It's just meaningless, but in this conversation, it can branch out.
Yeah.
I live in very southern Michigan. A lot of Florida people move up here. A lot of Florida people, and it's fucking
Hmm.
dude, Florida people. And I could go off about it and create stereotypes because there are fucking ass. Just okay. Anyway,
Hmm.
so they're Southerners in our eyes, but in a sense they're not because they're from Florida. So my neighbor, he's from Florida, and he's also he's like a handyman. So I have him when I have things I need to do in the house. I call him up and have him work on it. But then I go with
Hmm.
him and learn how to do it. Oh, yeah, he's teaching me. Anyway, so we were outside yesterday and we were under the house and there was some support foundational issues and we are trying to raise it up because it was off balance, this whole thing. And I said, "Hey man, do you want some tea or something?" He's like, he's like, I don't know. He's like, I only drink sweet tea. Like he's like, you Yankees with your fucking tea, it's just crazy. I can't do that. I don't know how you Yankees do it.
Hmm.
And that was it. It was just a small moment. You Yankees and
Yeah.
your tea. And I just thought like, oh yeah, you fucking Southerners and your fucking sweet tea and your diabetes shit. Like I can't stand sweet tea. I can't stand it. And I'm like, it was just like a small moment, just a little stereotype of a Southerner and a Yankee and Northerner. And I forgot about it, because again, I live in small town. I don't leave Michigan. I'm fucking, what would you say, under a rock or whatever. So
Hmm.
I forget about this shit, like when I meet someone that's vastly different, I'm like astounded by them. Someone comes into the grocery store that has an accent, it's like, oh, holy shit, what the fuck are you from? And it becomes this
Hmm.
whole thing because when you're in a small town and you also don't like fucking go on the internet all the time, there's a lot of us out here like that in a way. It is still kind of mesmerizing. It's like some kind of trader coming into the village and he's like, I've seen the outside world and I know these things you've never seen before. So it becomes like, whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? And I meet people from England at work because they own a shop downtown. And I just was mesmerized. I was like, oh my God, they're like aliens. Like they're from a whole nother world, and it still feels like that with the small town. It's like this wonder, this amazement of like if someone says, what is a Southern? I'm like, I have no idea and I don't know if we'll ever see one, because it kind of feels that way. It's very like what I'm talking, it sounds like I'm talking from like 1710 in a village, but it's true. It still feels like that out here. And that's kind of, I like that. I like that fact. I don't, for me personally, I don't want to be involved in the happenings of the now and everything. And I find that shit so distracting, and I lose sight of who I am staying current. A lot of times stereotypes are true though, with
No, they exist for a reason.
right, with ones with
Like
race, ones with
it's yeah.
culture, ones with religion or whatever, the main things that upset people, but there's a lot of truth in it. And but it's not like hardcore, like yeah, every single person that's a Christian is like this and every black person's like that. Like it's not like that, but it leads to something that sometimes people are afraid to talk about, right? Every this person's like that. Like, no, it's not true, but why are we saying that? And then to lead back to the main conversation when it comes to regions and stuff, like someone asked me what is a New Yorker, I'm gonna be like, they're this, they're that, and they're this. And okay, maybe those guys exist, but
Mhm.
like, is Mike that guy? Not really, right? But he grew up there. Why isn't he? And you just start to learn like we're all the same, but we're all different because we're just from a different area. We just gathered up what was told around us, what we're supposed to do, what you need to know, and but you still are you though. You just know your own geography and your own culture and your neighbors and how to be and blah blah blah. So you're right. It's like, yeah, we're all the same in a sense, like not the same how we think, but as in we're our own human beings, but we're kind of defined by where we are. Clearly, as you listen to me talk, you can tell I'm kind of defined by being a small town dude. It's created my character in a sense. But when we start talking deeper, we still feel the same way about things. We still, you know, have something in common, even though we're from fucking thousands of miles apart. I think I don't really know how far away
Yeah,
you are, but
it's about 1,000, yeah,
that's crazy to some
give or
people.
take.
1,000 miles is fucking Europe, but to us, it's
But
like, eh.
nowadays, with the internet,
Yeah, that's making things even more. Yeah, and that's a whole nother
mm,
bag.
we've been watching The Sopranos lately. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah, I've seen a few seasons of it.
We watch, episode 2 every day now because you can just binge it. And one of the things I noticed was these kind of people are why I got out of New York.
Yeah.
Like the loud, brash, like obnoxious, like I'm right no matter what. I always hated as a kid when people would say, "No doubt about it." That's a
No doubt
big
about it.
saying in New York. Like, look, they're gonna win, no doubt about it. But I am doubting you right here in front of you. Like that doesn't even make sense.
All right.
I know it's semantics. It's just a saying, but when you kind of live by that, you don't learn from your mistakes. It's just like, well, no, I'm right about this, and there are no doubts. There's no like critical thinking to me at all.
That's it. There's nothing to think about.
Or like I wasn't like a quiet kid, but compared to that, I would have to be a quiet kid because it's just like I'm not gonna entertain whatever the fuck you're trying to do. And it might have just been, they came from a big family. Like I saw that with students too.
Yeah.
You could tell like everything they do is yelling. Like, well, that's probably what they do at home.
Yeah.
And if you have to yell all the time, it's probably because there are other people that are yelling,
Yeah.
other people that are talking, and you have
Oh
to
yeah,
get
you gotta
noticed.
kind
All
of
right, I get
fight
it.
for that. Yeah.
But no, but it's a cultural thing too. It's just this loudness and the embellishments, 1,000,000%. Like it's
I've never
like
heard that
what
before.
that doesn't even fucking
A
make
million
sense.
percent.
Well,
What?
people say 200%, 1,000%. Like
In what way? Yeah.
these are
No.
hollow gestures.
Yeah.
Not that you have to be that exact with everything, but it's just like childish. And the fragile ego too. Like everybody on The Sopranos is like so insecure about their like manhood,
I just always thought that
where
was
it's
an
like
Italian
anything,
thing.
where it's like but it's because it's so the Italians are so prevalent in like the tri-state area
Yeah.
up there. It's got
Okay.
its tentacles and everything.
Okay.
No, but not that. I mean, the show's great.
No, I know. Yeah. But I think that was the
It,
charm of it because it was exploring the darker side, but also like the weaker
yeah,
side of a man. Mostly it's surrounded around men.
yeah.
Let's be honest. But it was showing that these. Okay, so this is a stereotype. I totally understand. But anytime I watch shows about the mob, the mafia, or anything adjacent to that, Casa Nostra or whatever they call it, it just to me, I'm like, this is a bunch of insecure men that are so insecure they're willing to fucking do horrible things to prove that I'm not that insecure. And I'm not. I know that's a stereotype. I know that's not how it all is, but it does come across that way. A bunch of these like little men syndrome kind of stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
They can't even humble themselves
Right, can't
to.
criticize them, can't like point out flaws. And I know again, this is not everybody, but it's just that's what it created in my mind. Oh, that's an Italian. Italians are like that. Fucking A, you can't say
Mhm.
anything around these fucking dudes.
You can't even humble yourself to like realize that there's another way to go about life.
Yeah.
I don't know how like with in today's day and age with all the surveillance and tracking that sort of thing,
Yeah.
like how you would even be able to pull some of that off. But whatever.
Yeah.
I was never really like exposed to any of that directly as far as I know.
Right.
Um I never knew anybody who was involved in mafia or anything.
Yeah.
Um So I had heard about it, but like, oh, this club is like a mob club. Okay. Well,
What's that mean? Yeah.
no, it just means that like it's mob run.
No, I know, but like
Um,
when you're thinking about like, what does that mean? What do I do? To not go there? Yeah.
no, it just means like if somebody tries to loan you money while you're there, you don't take it,
Hmm, never.
and you be polite to everybody. But I mean, I should be polite to people anyway.
Yeah. I think people would
Um,
like me. I'm pretty polite.
I mean, that's the the southern infusion of the past 20 years
Hmm.
uh, coming into focus. And then yesterday, I hear about the stereotype, which I'd never heard of before, but apparently the entire internet has
What is that?
the beeping smoke detector.
Oh yeah, I grew up like that.
Well, apparently it's a big stereotype of black folks.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and you know what? I have a little bit of Nigerian in my blood, so that's probably why. But yeah, we were we were, we always had a beep, and it never bothered me. And my wife's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?" I'm like, "Fix it." I'm like, "Why? Who gives a fuck? You know, it's the smoke detector. It's probably fine. It's still working." But yeah, we grew up like that a lot. There's always it was beep in the background, and I didn't even notice it until someone pointed it out years later. Like, did you know that? Like, oh no, I did. Who the fuck listens to this shit like that? I don't know.
That's what it's designed to be annoying, that you'll
Some
hear
people
it
can
and
take
not wanna
annoying.
put up with it.
Some people can take annoying.
Like, I can put up with the noise, but
Mhm.
still like that, I would like that's just a there's something clearly wrong in your house. You didn't not hear it, you just got used to hearing it,
Yeah, yeah, you did.
you know? And then it's like, well, why haven't you just at least take the battery out? Like,
You know, and it's just this is the thing that I get
mm,
butted up to a lot. It's just like it doesn't occur. Because there's been so many times in my life where someone's like, "Why didn't you just do this? If this is going on, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you just think that?" And it's like you have to understand, you just thought of it in your way because you saw outside of it. It's this is something that poor people are like. I know this is more like I know it's they say it's a black person thing, but it's actually more a poor person thing. And it's hard to get people to understand when you're really poor in any sense. You don't see a way out. You don't say like I'm going to be here. I know I can go, but I just want to be here.
yeah,
You don't know that. You think this is it. This is life and I don't even realize annoying things or things that are dangerous or maybe things that I should be taking care of that would actually make my life a little bit easier. Instead I'm going to let them fall apart and then be woe is me about it. But you don't know you're doing that. You have no idea. It doesn't even like it's not even a process in your head.
so how did you figure it out?
That's what I think about every day. Because when I'm not even kidding, man. I talk to my own family and I talk to the people at work. I can't relate to them anymore because they're all still like that. And I'm fucking over
Mhm,
here. And all I did was just fucking a little bit of self-awareness and went like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? Who the fuck am I? And ever since I started doing that, and I stopped wanting to be a fucking victim. I'm like, I don't want to fucking be a victim and say, oh, the world's against me and you know, it's because of this and that. Like I was sick of fucking doing that. I just wanted to just take care of my own shit and do it by myself. And that's all. Once I started doing that and failing and doing that and failing, like we did that video where your best years and your worst years, you see, I fail, get up, and you just keep doing that until I realized, holy shit, I was just being a victim that whole time. That's
mhm.
all. I mean, like, if you were to generalize it, it's much more nuanced than that, but I was just being a victim, and that's all it took to get out.
Things got bad enough to where you weren't gonna put up with it anymore. You were gonna change
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I'm done.
And it's like anybody can get to that point.
Yes, they can. It's like someone has asked me because they were kind of in their dumps. They're down in their dumps thing. I call them private nightmares. And I said, I gave my examples of my darkest times. And I was like, all I did was when I was realizing, because that's the hardest part, when you realize you're in your pit, your darkest moment, you go,
Mhm,
baby steps. And I just created a list of goals. Start here, small, and work your way up, gradual, gradual, until you're out of the hole. That's all. That's how you get out of it. And you're gonna come
yeah,
out of it and you're still gonna be kind of colored by it. That's what that depression is. It's kind of trying to pull you back into it. And
mhm,
it's colored you a bit. And you can shed that in time. You just have to keep your perceptions and keep always changing and questioning and changing. But
yeah,
you're still gonna struggle with it. There's gonna be times you're sitting there and you're like, ah, my ex-wife. Or you're gonna be like, ah, my yes, you know, it
yeah,
happens. But you just have to keep because that's it's trying to pull you back into that victim shit, you
yeah.
know.
Amy wanted to go to bed, and, it's a couple days ago, I wanted to stay up, and I knew that she wanted to go to bed, but she stayed on the couch with me, and it pissed me off.
Really?
Like, yeah, I didn't get angry with her or anything, because I knew it was like, "This doesn't make any fucking sense that I'm getting, like, angry about this."
All right.
All she's doing is laying there on the couch.
Just trying to wait for you to go to bed. Yeah.
But when I used to live with somebody who, if I did not go to bed with them, they would get angry with me.
Oh, so you kind of yeah, you're like, oh, this is gonna
Yeah,
yeah, your brain did, not
yeah,
you, but like that
yeah,
instinct.
and it was like, "Oh, now she's gonna
We're
get
gonna do
pissed,
yeah.
and I'm staying up, and then it's my fault that she stayed up, and then if I stay out here, she might come out here and bitch at me," and all that just came back,
Yeah.
just subconsciously. And yeah, so
Now
it's
imagine if
crazy how
you
much time it takes.
yeah, it does, and imagine if you would have let that happen. You'd be making your life over again. You'd be reliving
Yeah.
it, forcing like it's not really happening, but you're making it happen again. And then all of a sudden, like, see,
Hmm.
all women are the same. I told you, self.
Yeah.
You can the people do that. They'll revert back and say this is happening because I feel it. And you're trying to say no, that's a trauma that did happen, and you thought it was about to because it felt similar. But guess what? This is a different woman. This is not going to happen. And so like you can logic your way out of that, but your first instinct's always like, wait a minute, and you get mad. You're like, no, I'm not gonna fucking
Hmm.
do. Yeah, it's that's what I'm talking about. You're colored. You gotta kind of you know this, but you're getting out of it. You just have to not let yourself fall back into the old system that you created with that other person. Like the family
Yeah.
system they call it. I think.
Also, I just told her what was going on,
Yep,
like
that's it.
what I just told you.
Exactly.
Essentially, she reassured me. She's like, "It's fine," and she went to bed. And I stayed up and watched a video about tourism in Florida, past century.
Tourism.
Tourism.
Oh, tourism. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like tour.
tourism,
Huh.
not terrorism.
Yeah, that's what I
Tourism.
thought. I was like, what terrorism?
Tourists.
Tourists.
Tourists. Yeah,
Yeah, tourist. There's a
it's like
U
a
in that word.
tournament. The playoff system is a tournament.
Tournament, not a
Yeah,
tournament. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
people here say tournament. Anyway, side tangent.
My grandpa first moved down to Florida. We'd go every year. We had this break in February at school, so we'd go and visit him. And each time we'd go see some other stuff. Like the first time around, we did the Disney thing. The next year, we did Universal. And then one year, we went to Cypress Gardens,
Hmm.
which I had never heard of. I'd heard of
Yeah.
Busch Gardens.
Yeah, I never
But
heard of any of that. Yeah.
the Cypress Gardens it was like this giant plot of land with botanical gardens, and they had water skiing shows
Oh, okay.
and like animal exhibits and a bird exhibit where bird would land on your wrist,
Oh,
and then
cool.
you'd hold a little cup of whatever they like, and they'd eat it. I'd never been to a place like that before because it was always about the roller coasters and the rides with all the other parks we went to, but I guess we're running out of those.
Hmm.
And I just thought it was maybe it was uh, an early example of my love of plants, but my dad didn't like it. He used to say it's where the old folks go to watch the grass grow.
Hmm.
So but I thought it was really neat. It was just something different. It was easy going. You can just kind of take everything in. Ended up going back a few years later, and then it shut down. And now it's a Legoland. But
Hmm.
at one time, they said in the '60s, it was the number one tourist spot in the United States, tied with Las Vegas.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was before Disney World.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Never been to any of those kind of places. I don't even know what that's like. I can't imagine being in an amusement park or whatever it's called. Whatever that is, I don't know. I've been to some fairs and circuses and shit, but yeah.
Hmm.
I don't like
Never
I
been like on a roller coaster.
Yeah, so I was going to get to that. I had never been, and then one time when I was a young man, 22 maybe, I don't know. My buddy's parents, even though we were in our 20s, they invited us to go. I don't know what it was, Six Flags, Seven Flags, or Cedar Point,
6.
I don't know. I have no
Hmm.
idea. The one near Michigan, maybe they both are. I couldn't tell you. Anyway, and that was the first time I've been on rides in my life, and we went on every single one because his parents are rich. So we went on every single ride, and that was the first time I'd ever experienced it in my early 20s. I fucking loved it. It has something
Hmm.
called a dragster in it, which was just the fastest ride and blah blah blah. I fucking love that sense of danger, that sense of like I'm about to, because it's like it's enacting and invoking like you're gonna die because your body thinks this
Yeah.
is not good. I loved that feeling. I learned that about myself. Like this is fun. I love that fucking, and especially doing it high. Holy
So
shit.
you took the roller coasters right away. Like there
Oh,
was
I
no
loved it.
hesitation.
Oh, I
Hmm.
was terrified of them, and I loved how that I was terrified of it. Made me want to just keep doing it
Is
over and
it
over.
like did was there trepidation before you actually got
Absolute
on?
fear.
Okay.
Absolute fear. And then I eased my way and I was like, "Oh, this is what I want. I want to feel this." Yeah,
Hmm.
it made me feel alive, you know. Made me feel good. And I look back and miss it, but I'm cheap and I don't want to spend money. If someone takes me for free, I'll definitely go. I'm not spending money.
Yeah, 'cause I was, terribly afraid of roller coasters as a little child.
Yeah.
My brother, I had my older brother, of course, would go on all of 'em with my dad. And so I remember in second grade, I went on to a pirate ship.
Okay.
The pirate ships, they just swing from one side to the
Oh, like
next.
a Viking ship.
Yeah.
I've seen Viking
And
ones.
you sit, and then at one point you're like basically you're
Yeah, I
facing the
love that.
ground,
Oh,
and then you go down, and then you're facing
fucking
the other way.
amazing. Yeah.
And so I tried that out, and the whole time I couldn't take it. Like I had to like bury my face in my dad's chest, miserable. I remember my mom was like, "It's like going on a big swing." I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And did our vacation in Germany when I was a few months later, I guess. I was going into third grade that summer. And we went to Europa Park, which at the time was like the Disney World of Europe before they had Disneyland France
Yeah.
or Paris, wherever. And I went on everything.
Yeah.
It was just like a full 180, and I loved it.
How
I was
old were
like, I
you at
couldn't
that
get
time?
enough. 7.
Okay.
From there on out, I always loved the roller coasters. We went to Six Flags in St. Louis a few years ago,
Mm,
and Amy's daughter likes roller coasters.
yeah.
And Amy, she would get motion sickness,
Oh, okay.
so I had to go on all the roller coasters with her daughter. It had been, you know, 15 years or so, I guess, since I've been on a roller coaster. And so I'm like, crap. I started to get like the same old fears drummed up in my stomach. And
Yeah.
the first one, I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, as we're going along.
Yeah. That's
But you gotta kind of remember to breathe certain ways
yeah.
and,
Yep.
just
Yep.
put yourself in a certain mindset
Score.
where
Yeah.
it's like you kind of have to let go,
Yeah, you do. That's the fun part. Yeah.
And I was able to go on all the stuff except for like I don't do like the whole like free fall thing or the
I
slingshot. I don't do
love
that
that.
stuff.
Oh, that was my first
Hell
one.
no.
First one was the free fall. Oh, dude, I was like, I can't wait to jump off a cliff one day. It's gonna feel good.
Well, it will until it doesn't.
Well, I won't feel
Um,
that. I won't be it,
yeah, for half a second maybe.
and that's fine.
But yeah, no, I went on everything there. But then we went to Universal last year, and I went on most of the stuff, but like the really big roller coasters, I'm like, I mean, if you really want to twist my arm, okay, but I didn't have like the excitement
Oh,
to
okay.
go on them, you know? Like, it was
Interesting. Well, and I think like for myself, I had never thought about roller coasters until I was in my 20s. I didn't, I forgot they even existed probably. Just wasn't a thing in my head. I never got the opportunity to ever be on one. So why would you think about something you've never done before? And then when I was 21 or 2 or however the fuck old I was, that was the first time and only time I've ever been on roller coasters that day I just described earlier. And so like for me, that might have been why I was lazier because I didn't have all these kid thing. Like it was just I was a grown man making my own decisions, saying yeah I'll do it.
yeah.
And so I think I still look back fondly. I would love to do it again. I love that. I don't know how to explain it, man. I love going close to
When
death
you're
like that.
21 too, it's
Yeah, you're a
like
young man, but
21 through like 35, it's like danger? Where? Let's do it. You
yeah,
know?
I know
And as you get older, you're
that's what
like,
I was about
yeah,
to
it's
say. It
just
seems like you kind of lose
is it
that.
worth it?
Yeah, that would be
And I was
fun.
like,
We'll do
well,
it
maybe
again.
I can go to like the parade this week when the Knicks have their ticker tape parade in New York.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's a lot of people, man. I don't even like parades here.
yeah. I
You
hate
know,
parades. Fucking hate people and shit.
I specifically picked like the neighborhood to live in because there's no parade route
Yeah,
near
me
it.
too. I fucking hate groups of people and stupid shit like that. I can't stand it.
The last house I was living in, like when I lived in New Orleans, like the city of New Orleans, um, the parade route would completely surround the house in like a square.
Yeah, fuck that.
So, and we're like, one time I needed to go to work
Yeah.
and you can't get out. I remember my girlfriend at the time being like, "Why don't you just use your like lights and siren?" I'm like, "There's nowhere to go. That would do nothing. Like it's just cars, just stacked."
It's too up
That's the
beat.
worst fucking feeling, you
Walk
know?
the beat now. You should have got up earlier.
But yeah, parades just there's such a sour taste in my mouth about parades.
Yeah, I hate parade.
Like drunk idiot adults, almost like getting run over by floats just to pick up some worthless piece of plastic covered in mud.
Yeah, I
I'm
know. I always saw it.
like all this is for nothing. This is all for nothing.
I know. I always thought
This
that.
is
Not
stupid.
when I was a kid, but when I kind of grew up, I started realizing that it was all this pointless, fucking stupid propaganda bullshit, parades and stuff. It, it's enabling a cultural thought process of like, here's what we are as an American or a small town,
Oh, like that.
whatever the
You mean
parade's
like
about.
the
Yeah, like Fourth of
different like
July parade
racial
or yeah.
ethnicities?
Well, that too, but I just mean most parades are like I don't know, like a festival that's coming up, or the Fourth of July, or Memorial Day parade and shit. And I was just like, this is all fucking stupid. Like, it's just propagating like what I think I should be. At least is how I see it, and that's why I fucking don't like them because I don't want to identify with any of that shit. You know, that's my biggest thing, and I don't want to be around people that only think in terms of what's happening around them. I'm like, fuck you. I don't want to be stuck in a conversation. Like if I go to, let's pretend, a Memorial Day parade, I don't want to fucking talk about that shit because I don't give a fuck. So it's like that's why I don't go, and yeah, I just don't like fucking stupid shit. That's all.
I feel like most people at a parade don't realize what's going on around them.
These
They're just
people
so
do.
focused on the parade.
Exactly, but that's because they don't realize that they are focused on it, and that it's enabling thoughts like, well, my grandfather served in blah blah blah, or blah blah
Oh,
blah, and it turns
I'm
into
talking about more like the patriotic parades.
sure, yeah, that's all we have out
I
here,
don't.
so I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's I guess small town.
Yeah,
We used to have like a Memorial Day parade
yeah,
where I grew up on Long Island, and that was fine. Like the high school band would play, and
yep.
I mean, and I was never crazy about it, but it was a thing. It wasn't too crowded, But I'm talking about more about like Mardi Gras parades.
Oh, see, we don't have shit like that out here. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, our parade, like the most similar thing we have to that is we have a parade called Apple Umpkin or Pumpkin, and it's celebrating the festival of the new season. It's kind of pagany in a way. There's still a lot of weird
Hmm.
pagany things in countries. But yeah, that's what we do. It's just we're celebrating going into fall, and then we'll celebrate going into winter, and then yeah, shit like that.
Hmm. Sometimes I wish I like lived based on like in an old village, like back in the day, where like the harvest was important.
That's what we do. Yeah,
You know,
that's how it is. It's the harvest time.
it's like I've just been focusing really on the watermelons,
Uh huh.
which are doing well,
Oh,
but
nice.
it brings me so much. Like it connects me to the earth
Yeah,
almost. It
yeah,
feels like
yeah,
it connects me to like I'm checking the weather. I'm looking at the sky.
yeah, man.
I'm looking at what the bugs are doing.
Hmm.
There's so much drama with the bugs
Yeah, there are.
because now I got leaf-footed bugs, which are these gnarly looking things,
Mm-hmm.
creepy looking little nymphs that come out of their eggs.
Huh.
These orange things, but they got little faces,
Yeah,
and they kind of like you can see their eyes, and they have a little mouth too, and it's like they're mean mugging you.
yeah,
So I vacuum those up best I can because they like to they go right after the fruit, like the developing fruit.
yeah,
They're a real fucking problem. And then I got aphids on the underside of leaves,
yeah. Yep.
little
Mm-hmm.
yellow and green. But the problem with them is they attract the ants,
Right.
and the ants milk them and farm them essentially.
Yeah.
So
So there's a
then,
whole ecosystem happening that you're a part of now.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like I am the god of this biome.
Isn't that cool?
You
In a
know,
weird way. So it's a lot
it's
of
a lot of
pressure. It's
responsibility,
yeah, I was going to say it's a
man.
lot of
You know,
responsibility for us being out in the country, and I'm just around farmers. I see them all the time. We talk all the time.
yeah,
So I'm part of that. I understand it because that's all that's happening. It's the harvest time's coming. This is coming. The plant time is coming,
yeah.
and and I live around all these fields, and so I'm kind of aware of like, oh, not a good they're a little bit low. The corn's a little low this year. Uh-oh, I don't know. It's a little dry season. And so it is part of you. And I can't imagine being in that though. Like I've helped farmers out, through the years, but I've never been a fucking farmer of a giant field. But they're dealing with that on such a
Well,
large scale,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
that's
And that's, the biggest problem that we have out here, which is everywhere, is these data centers taking away farmland. And they just did it near
or
me
water.
in water. They just did it near me, and
Heard about that with water.
farmland mostly. And it was this
Well, I've heard about
beautiful,
water, so
right. What happened was they built one near us, and then the city said no to it. So they sued the city until they almost bankrupted the city so they could build their data center. And they ended up building it. And everyone said no. So there's a lot of bad stuff going on with that. They're trying to block
yeah,
protests and all. That's how it is. But anyway, we're losing good farmland because of that, and fucking like solar panels and stupid shit like that.
yeah,
And
yeah. I've heard of that. Yeah,
again, this is everywhere, I know, but it sucks because I don't, I'll live off of food. I'm not going to live off of data. But the problem is, I think it's all government funded. I think there's this weird thing with China going on, and so they're hiring these independent companies to build these data centers at all costs for control of data and all this BS. It's so weird what that's going on. But it's disrupted the natural flow of how we've always been out here. I mean, those roads with those giant trucks that are just hauling dirt have caused so many accidents. They've torn the road up and they won't fix it. It's caused all these huge problems to these communities, and we're not ready for it. And so it's destroying the countryside with all this stupid fucking modern church, basically, as all those data centers
yeah,
are. And so it's like, god damn. And it's really it's been difficult because of the farmers and what they're talking about and land being lost, because they're trying to expand because they make their money that way. They're losing so much, but they could like lose 50 million in a year, but they made 60. So it's okay. We just made enough to buy some more equipment. Like it's how the farmers are, and
yeah. It seems like farmers like everywhere kind of get the shaft.
they do. They do, and they're
Um,
feeding us.
I wouldn't worry about running out of land though. Like I can see it be,
Well, it's not about running
being a
out. It's
problem.
about tainting. It's about yeah.
Yeah, or taking some of the land you already have. Like,
Hmm.
um,
I'm
I think in
surrounded by
general
farms,
though.
man. So for me, it's like I'll just look out and the farm. I mean, the field will just be as far as the eye can see to the horizon because it's pretty flat in this specific area where I live. All I
Mhm.
see is fields all around. I mean, I live in the middle of a giant fucking farm fields. So it's like, no, there's plenty of land, of course, but it's just that land's being tainted. It's being destroyed by the fucking solar panels, goddamn hydraulic fluid leaking into the ground and then getting into the water. And I don't know what the fuck pollution the data center is going to make, but shit like that
Yeah,
disrupts animal life, disrupts all this fucking crazy shit, bugs,
yeah.
and
I don't see the AI data centers lasting more than a few years.
I mean, we'll see.
It's already such a it's caused such problems and uproar in what the first couple of years of them being around.
Mhm.
I don't see it lasting much longer.
Well, we'll hope.
Plus, what the fuck do you need a AI data set? Like everything can be clouded essentially.
See, and this is I don't know anything about it, so I won't be able to divulge anymore. But I just heard a guy from work say like something about the way China's doing it is it's going off of independent sources instead of one massive building where it draws its data. It relies on the data of the user or some shit. And so they're kind of ahead of us and we're behind, and we're using this older concept of it where we create data centers, but somehow the government's involved, and I don't know. It's just this whole weird fucking thing I can't grasp myself. But I would hope it doesn't last much longer, or something changes where we don't need to do it. I don't know, but I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't change. So
Yeah.
it's how that is.
China's like I feel like they're always and we have spies in other countries too,
Yeah, yeah,
China's always spying on us. But China's notorious for like not like having these ideas and then they don't really pan out.
yeah.
Like they don't keep their shit together very well.
I mean, I know nothing about this stuff. I don't even know a Chinese person.
Like
So yeah,
like they like build cities and then like, nobody lives there.
yeah,
Because like some project fell through at the end to where
they're
like the
trying shit.
factory that was going to be built next door didn't get built, but they built the city first and now nobody lives there, and there's all these just like empty skyscrapers.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Every country's the same in some way.
hmm, I don't know about like any. Our cities like empty out over time, though.
I'm
At
talking about
first,
I'm
it's
talking about
like,
trying stuff, trying to move to the future, trying technology, trying to
yeah,
adapt, trying to
I
yeah,
guess.
we're all in our own way, but we're all kind of it's all about ourselves in a sense, our country, our goals, our whatever it is. They're just doing it the way they do it.
I think it's more of an issue of government
Yep.
run things.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we have plenty of government run crap and bureaucracy, and our government's too
Right.
bloated as it is. We still have plenty of private industry, which is why you won't see something built like for no reason. Like, we're just gonna build this.
Mm-hmm.
Hope the people come around. Like, it doesn't really happen like that.
Mm-hmm. That's our
Well, there
culture.
it's like, well, like, because when you're a government building something, you basically have a bottomless pit of cash
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
where you don't have to worry about overhead and
Yeah.
paying your people
They're
and
doing it their way, but yeah, different, but it's all the same. Yeah. Like American made stuff is very just like this has to have a purpose and it has to be sturdy and it has to work. And every country does something. They're all making the same goddamn thing, but they just make it the way that their ideals it makes sense to them. Whether that's from
eh,
business to architecture to fucking industry to commerce, but we're doing it in the way that makes sense for our cultural output and what we think is right and wrong.
I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's why I kind of like being in the garden because
Yep. Fuck
I'm
all that
just doing it
shit.
for me and just trying to learn shit about how things work. Like, so like the ants with the aphids, like why would they like they're these tiny little motherfuckers, like, like I could probably fit 10 of them on my pinky nail.
Mm-hmm.
Little sugar ants. And so I have to find out why. Because otherwise I'm just like, little fucking shit stain ants. I could blow them right off the plant. And a strong wind comes, strong rain, they're gone.
Yep.
Who cares? But so they defend the aphids against predators. I'm like, how the fuck is it these little motherfuckers gonna defend against like a wasp or something? So then I had to figure out how they do that. And apparently they bite their legs.
Mm-hmm.
The other bugs that try to feed they just bite their legs. They just come up, boop,
Yeah.
little ankle biters. And then
Big time.
because they're protecting them, that builds up the honeydew that the ants are farming, and that honeydew drips down and causes disease and ruins your plant.
Yeah.
Bad enough, dealing with the possum that comes over and tries to
Yeah.
sample everything, but
It just goes to show you, man, like how something so small can affect its own ecosystem that it's in control of. We're no different.
the fire ants. I had fire ants when I first moved in, and I remember the first time I heard about an ant bite. Being from New York, I was like, ants don't bite. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
these
do.
fucking fire ants do.
Oh yeah, man. They call it
Like,
fire for a reason, man. It fucking burns.
yeah. And I remember one time I had a fire ant's nest like in the corner that I was treating with some bait, and it had rained. It rained so much, and that was like a lower part of the yard. So there's a puddle, and there's a ball of fire ants
Mm-hmm.
in this fucking puddle, like almost like a golf ball. They had all interlocked to make this fucking golf ball. Now half of them are gonna die.
Yeah,
The half that are underwater,
but the other half
but
aren't.
they did that to keep the other half alive. I'm like, oh
That's
god,
crazy,
it's
isn't
just
it? We're not much different in their animal world than when you really get to a molecular and a macro level. We're all kind of doing similar stuff in our own way. You zoom out
no,
enough.
no. We are completely opposite
I don't
of
agree.
ants.
I do not agree.
So ants look at their like it's protect the young at
Yup.
all costs.
Right.
We don't do that.
We do. I see people do it all the time.
No, like the mother's gonna die if this baby's born. Like we have like exceptions for that, right? In most cases with abortion, right?
Oh, you're talking about like. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about innate human stuff. I'm okay. Never mind.
Well, no, yeah, you protect. Of course, you're
Yeah,
young,
yeah,
but they don't just protect their young.
yeah. This is synthetic
It's like
cultural
their
shit
their
now.
young is like they look to their young as like the smartest ones
Mm-hmm.
because they don't learn things over time.
Yeah,
You see,
it's propagation of
so
species.
the youngest ones like they will follow the youngest ant. I guess their senses are the most
In tune and yeah, you're young.
spry, right? But yeah, no, like that becomes like the new uh alpha. Besides the queen, of course, like it's like a baby being born. Like, well, okay, the king is going to abdicate then and give this baby the throne. That's self-sacrifice. Like that doesn't exist.
In our synthetic world, no, yeah, it's very different. But I mean, in innate, when shit hits the fan and all the bullshit falls away and all the illusions and all the things we think are real and civilization, when it all falls away, I argue that we're not very different. It goes to that moment because I mean, in some sense, we do believe that the youth are the future, and we rely more on them when they grow into what we think is like, okay, now you're old enough to think on your own. Like it's similar, but we're doing it in a different way. We've evolved ourselves in a strange way to think civilization is the way to be. And everything that comes with it within our rules and our society and morals and all this bullshit we made up, we created it a little bit different. But when you take it all the way, I could argue that we're not very different. We wouldn't be very different. Or else it wouldn't be in our instincts. If someone's going to hurt my child, if I had one, I'm not going to be like, well, whatever. I'm the more important one. I'm going to protect them, right? It will happen. People will sacrifice themselves for bigger, more important people, if you want to say that, or the greater good, right? That's a concept we still kind of have in a weird way. I argue that if it came to it, we wouldn't be much different. But you're right. As of right now in our society, the way we have established ourselves, we aren't the same, and that's why it's a problem on the world, if you will. If the world
Hmm.
was a living being, it would probably see us a little differently than an ant or an aphid or a I don't
But
know.
it's like it took, and I feel like we used to be like that,
Yeah, yeah, we did.
but it used to also be like a hive mind kind of thing.
And it's
Like, why would you want to go back to that?
it would be hard for us. It's like,
Like,
do you want to go back living in
you
the
gonna?
woods or your house? You want to live in your house. It's like, why
It's
would you
like
go back to that?
it's kind of like the stories, where it's like people are stranded on a desert island or something, and you'll end up like fighting because it's like, no, I'm not gonna be the one to fucking
Right.
do that, right?
Yeah, ego and
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't just go back to being like, you know what, you're right. What's best for the colony? Like,
You have to subdue
you
people to
know,
do that, right? You have to establish a pecking order and a hierarchy to be able to make people listen to you, of course. And I don't know deep down on the ants' biology and shit if that's even a struggle to them or if they just accept. We just see it that
yeah,
way
no,
because
there's
we're
no,
we're so zoomed out. We don't know. We just think we know, and that's the human error. Because I think I know
say if
because
you see an ant alone, it's a dead ant. Like it's gonna, 'cause it'll just like walk in circles
unless he's
until it
scouting,
dies.
unless he's scouting, like when you get one,
Depends on certain ants will do that.
yeah, yeah.
Like I know like carpenter ants will do that, but fire ants don't. These little Argentinian ones, that's what they're called, the sugar ants.
Oh, okay.
You never see them alone unless, and if you do, they'll be dying pretty soon.
And there might be a reason why they're alone and dying. Who knows?
Yeah.
In exile. Yeah, I'm just saying we don't know now.
Like
We only know because what we see, but I mean I don't know why that I'm
he got
living.
real into art, like
Yeah, he's in exile. He's done. Or he didn't conform. He didn't listen. He's gone.
yeah,
Go.
that's what I'm saying.
We don't know.
you want to be an artist. Um,
And you could have been.
yeah, I don't know. It's fucking bugs, man. They give me the willies.
Yeah, it's just another world that we're so separate from now because as human beings, we think of them separate. But man, there was a time where you had lice in your fucking pubes and on your head. You had worms in your stomach and parasites. And we just accepted that. We lived among them, picking ticks off ourselves, and we just had that. We lived that way for so long until, arguably you could say relatively recently, in the past 100, 200 years, is when we really started separating ourselves from this world. And now we see it as, ugh, eating bugs, having them on you. And there's even some parts of culture that do eat bugs. Like I don't remember where exactly, but
Mm.
there was a Chinese village and
No,
they're eating, the worm looking thing, and they think it's fine. We just
Thailand.
It was Thailand. That's what it was.
My dad is stationed in Thailand. They're in Vietnam. He said that the kids are just they would eat these big ass fucking beetles and
Yeah, they're
shit. Like,
part of the
ugh.
world. We're not. We're so separate from it with our little illusions and our buildings and keeping us off the ground and dry. And a
I
lot
can
of
get all that, but
people that I know can't even handle. They needed a constant 70 degrees in the winter and the sun. Like they can't fucking like, dude. You got to get yourself used to the world around you. You're gonna shit hits the fan. You're fucking gone. Or like having bugs on you when you go out in the woods and stuff. And
well, yeah. I mean, it's when you're out there, like it's gonna happen. You can't.
yeah,
You'll be like I don't even put on bug spray when I do gardening. Even with the mosquitoes, because that's actually how it gets less itchy and miserable. Is
yeah,
if you get enough mosquito
you
bites,
get attuned to it,
it
of course.
yeah, and your body doesn't react as harshly. You say
It's
like the
like
bush
having
people, like mosquitoes never even go after them.
me. Yeah, they don't go after me ever. But yeah, 'cause I haven't had a mosquito bite in so long, and I go out every day, which is weird. But anyway, I know like with pollen, if you have your local pollen through your local honey, it actually makes it where you don't have as much allergy problems because you're kind of
Yeah,
making your body a little bit, what is it, the word, immune in a sense, or
yeah,
tolerant. That's the word, tolerant to.
yeah. It tolerates it. Yeah,
You're right, and the same with the mosquitoes, like you're
build a
saying.
tolerance.
Hmm. Yeah, because you're living in tune with nature, in a sense. I mean, it's not full attunement, but you're allowing yourself to be a part of the ecosystem around you. Surprisingly, it actually helps, huh? Weird.
I mean,
I mean, the same can't be said for certain things like ticks, because Lyme disease fucking exists, but
well, that's a man-made thing.
I
So
know. That's, dude, don't get me started on that. But yeah. The way I get mad at people every time I go out in the woods, I'm like, fucking
uh,
assholes. But yeah.
that's one. We don't have any ticks that I've never seen a tick here.
Oh, we got them a lot out here. Quite a bit. I remember one
I
time
saw them
I
in
had like 10 on my leg at once. And you have to make sure you feel, or else they'll get bury into you. You got to be real
they
sensitive.
had them in Indiana. When Amy and I went up there to see her cousin, and we went out into the woods and we did some shooting out there. So these cardboard targets. Her cousin was like, "You want to save him?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'll bring him back." So I ended up just throwing him outside. And like a week later, when I got back, I went and took him and threw him out. That night, I found a tick. I woke up and there was a tick in my side,
Oh, wow.
like
Already.
right above my hip, because I carried the fucking
Yep.
cardboard
Yeah,
under
dude.
my arm.
Yeah, man.
That thing survived the entire trip
Yes.
back, and then the week sitting on the porch
Hmm.
on this fucking piece of cardboard,
They'll lay
and
dormant for
then
long. Yeah.
dove right into me.
Yep. That's why
Luckily,
this.
I think it was pretty weak at the time,
Well,
and I just
that's why they
yanked it
survive
right
winter,
out.
man. They're
But
like they're fucking ready. They wait like a mosquito. Where are they coming from? Like they'll wait around for a long time. It's weird. Yeah, I trust me, man.
I hate them so much. I
Oh,
hate
me too.
bugs.
Ticks I hate. Yeah, other bugs I don't. Whatever. I go under my
Ever since I
house.
was 2, and ever since I was 2, and they declared war on me
Hmm.
by stinging me 40 something times.
I've been stung
It's
by
been on.
I've been stung by a nest of bees before. I accidentally disturbed it and I got stung like 10 times.
Although now I like the bees because they're pollinators.
Yeah,
So me and the bees have like an understanding.
yeah, exactly. You have
So
to.
I got a ton of them out there, and they never really fuck with me.
Nope.
The
No, they don't.
the wasps too. I get a lot of wasps.
Hmm?
They don't fuck with me.
No, they don't. If you fuck with them, yeah, or disturb something of theirs, of
Yeah.
course. But you have to again live in tune with
Well,
them.
but I'm disturbing the plants all day. I
In a
mean, not all day, but
sense.
whenever I go out there. But it's almost like they know that I'm like fostering these plants.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Why does the alligator
They're
open its
like,
mouth
no,
to
this
let the
guy's
bird clean
cool.
its teeth? It's just he knows. It's like it's just a trust thing. It's
How do they
nature.
know?
Well, it's like anything. I mean, any animal. That's why they say, like, I don't know, you come up to a bear, don't show fucking fear. Like
Yeah.
when there was a study they did, they put a animatronic robot inside of a enclosure of leopards, but the leopards tried to fuck with it, but that thing obviously doesn't have fear. So when they tried jumping at it to see if it jumped back, it didn't do anything. They're like, and then they left because it's like they need that interaction on a very primal level, and even like bugs understand that. So if you're respectful, or if you're I don't know how to word it, and if you're just with them in a weird
Yeah.
way, they understand that. Yeah, I got bees, wasps, flies, mosquitoes all around me when I'm out there, but they fucking
Yeah.
leave me alone because I leave them alone. We're respectful. I plant certain plants specifically for the bees. We got local
Yeah.
plants and we put them in a garden so the bees can have a nice area, and I leave them alone. That's your garden.
Mm.
I don't even tend it because it's just wildflowers and stuff
Mm.
like that. But yeah,
Certain dogs, like if you start
yes,
running, they'll just chase you.
yep, yep, yep.
They won't chase you if you're just walking around.
No,
But if you're running,
you
they'll be
reacted.
like, "Oh yeah,
Now we're playing
yeah,
the game. You're playing your role.
yeah,
I play mine. Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's easy, but then it's hard to remember sometimes. When you get out of it for a while, you're in your house, you go to the city or whatever, and you go back to
yeah."
nature, and you're like, oh yeah, you got to kind of be in it, not of it. No,
We're getting a ton of rain now, and
yeah, me too. Actually, it's coming soon.
it's it's the worst when like it starts to get warm, your crops start doing really well,
Yeah,
and then it's just so much rain that shit starts to fall apart,
yeah,
and you get too many pests, and it's like fuck every year. I do have a big ass watermelon that's about to be ready, so
that's good.
hopefully I don't screw that up and
Well,
cut it
now
off too early.
you can kind of see why the ancients, and up until, let's be honest, relatively recently, we looked at the world as a living being. Because we want our crops to succeed. If I do this special dance, or if I sacrifice, or whatever your
Yeah,
culture says,
whatever they did, yeah, like
you
they
could
paid
see why they
attention to
thought
it.
that. You're like, oh my god, because this is so fucking annoying. Like, or drought was
Yeah,
huge in certain
yeah, like
aspects of
we
history.
better fucking get this shit right
We're, I don't,
because
I don't want to starve to
otherwise
death.
we don't survive. We don't eat.
So it's really more important, and you're on it more. I'm sure they could have taught us about local bug life that to them was so common knowledge that they're like, they don't need to know that. It'd be like me writing a
Yeah,
book right now and like, I don't need to tell you how a cell phone works. You'll figure it out. But 10,000 years from now, they're like, a what phone? Right? It's just like you think, although no, it's so common sense. Everyone knows how to fucking handle the bees. Dumbass.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things where I'm sure they were so in tune with it that it'd blow our minds the knowledge they could have given us. If you could ask a guy 1,000 years ago how to grow your watermelon better, he'd be like, "Oh, dude, what are you doing?
yeah.
The fuck's wrong with you?" Yeah, yeah.
I realized last week that like perchance these flies called lace wings,
Uh-huh.
and they lay these little eggs, and they look like little hairs with a little egg at the end,
Uh-huh.
very tiny little hairs, right? And I always thought that was some sort of fungus. So I would always just brush it off. Turns out the larva that comes out of those eggs, it eats the bad stuff.
Hmm.
So those are helpers. I've been wiping them out every time. And I'm like, why do I get all these mealy bugs? Oh, because I'm taking out the thing that eats the mealy bug.
You disrupted the ecosystem. Yeah, and you didn't even
Yeah.
realize it. You're like, "Oh shit."
No, no idea.
It's on small scale, but it's on a large scale. We're doing that as humans.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's like, well, yeah, just spray this with that to get rid of these pests, but then you're also getting rid
Boom.
of the good pests. Just
Problems.
like take these, like antibiotics. You take
Yeah.
those, but that also gets rid of the good bacteria.
Yeah, you take too many of it and your body doesn't know how to fight anything anymore. Yeah.
You got to eat yogurt then.
Yeah.
Who wants to do that?
I do. I love yogurt.
I got into a yogurt phase, like a Greek yogurt
Oh,
phase,
dude,
a little while.
so delicious.
I was protein packing, but
I don't care about that
I
stuff.
don't know. Well, I go back to it.
I love fucking sour cream. That's how much I love you. I just love that. Sometimes
Ugh,
certain yogurts it tastes like sour cream, and I'm just like, I'll eat sour cream. Like, I don't give a shit. Love creamy things.
never been a sour cream guy.
Oh, it's so good. Fuck yeah,
Even like the sour cream and onion chips. I'm like, this.
that's delicious.
Oh, thanks.
I'll eat anything. I don't care, except for like
But
bugs or fish things. I don't like the fish bugs.
Mr. Connect with Nature over here.
I'm not gonna eat a goddamn lobster, or a
That's not a
fucking.
bug. It's a crustacean.
It's in the water. It's a bug. But anyway, or what is that called?
It's a big ass bug.
Shrimp, and what
Crawfish.
are those? What is that thing called? Shellfish, right? I think
Yeah,
I've
shellfish.
never had it. I've
Crabs.
never had any of that.
Really?
That's why I don't know if I'm allergic. So that's why I just like I'm not testing it. I'm like I've never had it, so I don't know if I'm allergic. So I just never
Do you
had
have
it.
somebody in your family who was?
I don't know. I don't know anyone that eats that kind of
Well,
shit
then why would you?
because nobody's eating it. I don't want to be the first guy to like, look, let me try it, y'all. You know, like no, I'm good. Plus, it just
I mean,
does.
ever eaten like any sort of shellfish? Shrimp, fried
No,
shrimp? No,
no,
nothing.
no. My parents are very picky about shit like that. We don't eat water
Huh?
things. Maybe fish, maybe, but I
Yeah.
can't have
It's around
two.
here that's
Yeah, that's
huge.
what I mean for you. You're like, what are you
Even in
talking
New
about?
York, like lobsters, a
Yeah,
big deal,
I
and
just think it looks disgusting
people
too.
eat crab, and yeah, lobster's fucking delicious, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Shrimp's fine. Shrimp's good, but lobster's really good. Of course, everybody loves crawfish down here.
I bet.
Not everybody, but it's a real popular thing.
Yeah,
Um, Now you want to talk about looking like bugs? Those look like bugs,
yeah, I know. I see them all the
but
time.
and they're not bad, but the whole thing's just so messy. And I had a crawfish boil one time in my house. It was hot out too, and the garbage. I had maggots on the frickin' garbage because the
Yeah.
smell was so bad, and
Oh, I
just
know.
I had crawfish in the lawn that were popping up like a week later.
Like, what's going on here?
Like
Yeah,
never doing that again.
a farm
But I
heel.
mean, and it's so much work for just a little piece of meat.
Yeah, not worth it.
But shellfish in general, like it's
I'm sure it's fine, but it just
now
doesn't sit with me.
the first dude to like discover that they could eat that. That's what I'm
Yeah.
interested in.
All right. What did you think?
I'm like, who's like finds this like little monster in the
Yeah, I'm gonna
sea?
eat that.
What if
I'm gonna eat that.
put it over the fire and
Can't eat it
crack it
raw.
open
Yeah.
and see maybe there's something good in there, Which I guess if you look at
Everything.
yeah, from a broader scope, it's not too surprising.
Right. You see a cow, you're like, yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
wait a minute, that looks yummy. Maybe. I'm gonna suck on those tits underneath there and see if it's the same. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
only gonna drink that milk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drink women milk anymore. I'm gonna drink that thing's milk. Like, and we still do. It's so weird. Imagine explaining to an alien, like, we drink something called milk, which comes from another animal's tits. It's for their young, but we love it so much we put it in grocery stores and drink it.
Yeah, it's like this liquid that comes out of their fucking nether regions.
Yeah, but we love it.
And we make sure kids get like at least a glass of this a day.
Vitamin D. Dude, it is weird. When you start thinking about the shit we do, it is pretty fucking weird.
Even like honey. Honey's a strange thing.
Right? It comes out of a bee and it's a whole process. And we're like, that
Yeah.
looks yummy. That weird looking
They
shit.
basically like they're like Rumpelstiltskins and they just like weave this stuff into this golden nectar
Yeah. And we're like, that's
somehow and then
delicious.
it lasts like indefinitely.
It has
They found
healing
like jars of
qualities
honey.
to it and
Yeah.
antibacterial. And like, yeah, it's like, well, this is a fucking wonder drug. I'm going to eat it.
They said that there were jars of honey in the when they opened up some of the Egyptian tombs. And it was perfectly fine.
I know. Imagine what that would be like. Thousands of year old honey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got jars of honey in the back out here. Shit ton of honey. I got a bunch. That's all my honey that I
Yeah.
have in the back there is local. I have a bunch of it within a 50-mile radius, different areas. But yeah,
Hmm.
and these people
And
just,
we went to Pittsburgh. A lot of local honey around there, around that
yeah,
area,
I'm sure it's
Pennsylvania.
on maybe probably where you are if there's like farmers markets and stuff. I don't know if they have those, but
There's a
yeah.
farmer's market every week here in the park.
Oh, go to it, man.
I've been meaning to go to.
Do it. Get yourself some local honey and just have a spoonful of it every day. And
Hmm.
you never know.
Hmm.
You'll be like, wow, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Once you put it in your drinks, that's when it can lose the quality. But yeah, man, like, and like, there's even crazy shit like Manuka honey. That's not local at all. That's from like New Zealand and shit like that. But
Yeah.
the fucking there's medical grade. It can be that powerful. People have put it
Hmm.
on wounds and it's healed them. I've used it. I
Wow.
had a sore in my mouth once from too much. I would have too much like fucking tomato and it get a sore. I put it on there in a few days. It just healed it.
My mom, when I was little, when it would snow, as a snack, she gave me this. She would take like a handful of snow from outside
Hmm.
put it in a bowl, and then give me a little bottle of honey to squirt on it.
Yeah, man.
So is an old pioneer snack.
Oh yeah, all water and honey. That's
This is like eating nothing.
kind of. It's like a snow cone in a way.
Yeah,
What do they
it's
call it? A
very.
Kona something
My
or
mom's
other.
always kind of had like a scarcity brain kind of
Mhm.
approach on things. From she grew up in like war torn Germany, so
Yeah, exactly.
nothing's ever like she'll make me a sandwich and like the bread will have mold on it. Like, well, that's fine. Like,
Yeah. No, we kind of have like that here too.
and it's like, okay, I understand not being wasteful because that bugs me too. You know, being wasteful. Like if you have something and you can find a way to use it, use it. But it's a sliding scale.
Hmm.
Yep, yep, yep.
That's how you know a conversation is drawing to an end.
Yeah. No, I'm just
Everyone makes that
with
same sound like, yeah. So anyway,
the solstice coming up here, what
uh,
next weekend?
yeah, on my birthday,
That's kicking off a
dude.
whole new
I was
thing.
born on Summer Solstice, man.
So it's really
Yeah,
happy early birthday.
we'll be talking tomorrow, next week. The sun at the highest point. We're celebrating that, and I am the sun. I'm just kidding. Oh, I am a sun, so with a U, or excuse me, with an O. I'm a sun with an O.
Well, and you think about like creation of the
Mm-hmm.
universe, and then the suns give life to planets.
Huh?
That it was originally the son of God.
Mm-hmm. Son of man, son
And
of God. Yeah,
this year especially, there's a bunch of astrological stuff kicking off
I'm waiting. I'm
right
excited.
at the solstice,
Solstice. Yeah,
and there's a
that's why I took my birthday off because I feel something's about to be a big
yeah,
moment.
like this early June is just like this pre time where
Yes,
it's
sir.
just whatever you're doing, just kind of make sure to be done with it. And of course, I was early, about a month early, so I've just kind of been kicking around.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Got my championship now, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So the
Maybe
next
something
time.
financially, maybe something world events.
Oh yeah, man. I know. I feel it too.
Stay tuned.
And that's that.
All right, bro.
All right, man.
Peace out.
See ya.
Andre, why do you hate Asian people?
Oh, because fuck those people. An ancient race of people that's fucked up.
Andre, why do you hate Slavic American people?
Oh, because dude, don't get me started. You son of a bitch. Fuck those fucking piece of shites.
Andre, why do you hate people?
Oh, because fuck the audience. I'm not the evil one.
Thank you.
Dumb fuck. What'd you say about me?
You ever made love to a midget?
You know what that is? You probably don't, do you?
Little person.
I love it. I love it.
Is-
Like that's how my whole family is.
I'm like, I thought everybody did that.
Oh,
Regular sized vagina.
get a lot of fuzziness. Did you miss it?
But now I miss it.
Yeah,
Yes.
me too.
Mm,
When was the last time
because
you were anywhere where you had a midget?
2024, I think. My mom's birthday. Yeah, that was crazy. I never thought I'd see it like that.
Oh
Those
yes,
little
I
things that
love
you
that.
forget about. That one was unprecedented.
Yeah, I remember when you sent me the picture. I was like, oh,
Mm.
nice.
It's not very prominent.
We've had 3 inches and
Yeah,
nothing.
dude.
Yeah, 4 inches.
We,
So, oh my god, panic! I have like this hard ridge right in the middle of it. It's like mine's like a fucking. It goes like this and it cuts fucking in and goes go boom for the hit. But like I don't know, is that something or is that just personal? I don't know.
is
When
it
it
here?
comes to
What are you talking about?
sex, I like to think of it like the youth are the future. Oh my goodness, like beach
Fucking Whitney
ball.
Houston over
I'm
here.
not done. It's like a big
I
beach
believe the
ball.
children are our future.
That's just it's an awesome cultural thing that shows you we're all different.
The fuck is gonna save the world over here as a child?
Okay, well that's sex. See, and I'm trying to tell you about sex. Anyway, look at me. Fuck. That's all I want to talk about today.
Cool. Thanks.
Yep. See ya. Dick. Asshole.